Hello, my Scorpio friends. How are you all doing? The chart you're looking at is the eclipse chart for the lunar eclipse that will take place in March between the 13th and 14th, depending on where you are. It's a challenging eclipse, but at the same time, it is very well defined. A lot is happening here in the sign of Pisces, and many things will unfold in the area where you have Aries. The solar eclipse will occur at the very last degrees of Aries. It will be the last one in this sign. This eclipse involves Pisces and the moon. Since it's a lunar eclipse, the moon will be in Virgo, affecting both your 12th house and your house of friends. There is a tendency for Scorpios to feel like isolating themselves in January, wanting to escape from the world. In January, we had a waning moon on the 21st. The waning moon always brings some form of loss, cancellation, or setback. It's one of the most difficult moons of the year. Every sign experiences a waning moon just once a year, thankfully. But for Scorpio, it always happens in January, which can make it feel like the year is off to a bad start. It gives the impression that it will be a difficult year, simply because we start with the wrong foot. However, 2025 is going to be a fantastic year for Scorpios. In fact, there are so many good things happening that it's hard to list them all. Eclipses always bring waves of energy that push us forward. So it's likely that by the March 13th eclipse, you'll receive great news, possibly from a friend or a family member, regarding work or finances. This chart is interesting because it forms an hourglass shape. The moon makes a sextile to Mars, which forms a trine to the sun, which then makes a sextile to Uranus, closing with a trine back to the moon. This is a very positive aspect. The hourglass symbolizes the passage of time, but in this case, it also represents great opportunities. Aries rules your house of work, meaning there will be a lot of movement, new people, new opportunities, and new projects, despite the waning moon in January. After that phase passes, only positive events will follow. In February, all planets will move forward. Unlike January, when we had 3 retrograde planets making things difficult, causing delays in communication, job searches, and plans, February will bring a shift. Mars will go direct, and everything will start flowing more smoothly. The 4 key moons for Scorpio in 2025. New moon in Scorpio, November 20th at 28 degrees Scorpio. First quarter moon, challenge phase, August 1st at 9 degrees Scorpio. Full moon, victory and completion phase, May 12th at 22 degrees Scorpio. Expect major achievements around this date. Waning moon, difficult phase, happened in January. Fortunately, it's over. By the end of the year, Venus will enter Scorpio and form fantastic aspects, especially with Jupiter in Cancer. Since Jupiter will stay in Cancer for an entire year, every time the moon or any planet moves through Scorpio, it will receive positive energy from Jupiter. This influence will last from mid-2025 until 2026. This March chart still shows Jupiter moving, but by June, it will fully enter Cancer and stay there for a year, forming trines with Scorpio, a very favorable alignment. Throughout 2025, 6 major planets will change signs: Saturn, Neptune, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto, which already changed signs in late 2024. This is a huge shift in astrology, indicating major transformations. Pluto, after spending over 12 years in Capricorn, will now move into your 4th house, home and family. Initially, this could bring challenges, revealing broken relationships or conflicts within your family. But as Pluto progresses through Aquarius, you will be able to heal and strengthen these relationships. Saturn, the planet of karma, was in your 5th house, fun, creativity, children. If you've had issues with your children, know that those problems are coming to an end. In May, Saturn will move into Aries and enter your sixth house, work and routines. Saturn feels comfortable here. It brings structure and long-term stability to your career. Neptune will also enter Aries in March, marking a massive shift. Neptune takes 165 years to complete its cycle, so this is a rare and significant change. Neptune expands things, so if you've been working in a small, cramped space, you'll soon have more room. It also brings new connections, so expect to meet many new people at work. Jupiter will move into Cancer on June 10th. Since Cancer is a water sign like Scorpio, this will be highly beneficial. It will activate your ninth and 10th houses, higher education, travel, career growth, opening doors for expansion. Mars will finally reach Virgo on June 18th. Mars has been struggling with retrogrades, jumping between Cancer and Leo, but now it will make a positive connection with Scorpio. Uranus will move into Gemini on July 8th. It has spent the last 8 years in Taurus, opposing Scorpio, but now it will shift into a much friendlier position. This means breakthroughs in communication and technology. If you're naturally shy, Uranus in Gemini will help you express yourself more easily. Eclipses in 2025. The key eclipses will occur in March and September, mainly affecting your fifth house, children, creativity, fun, and 11th house, friends, social connections. The March solar eclipse marks an ending in your work sector, closing one chapter and making way for something new. Saturn and Neptune will help define this new career path. Final thoughts. At the end of the year, Venus will enter Scorpio, forming incredibly positive aspects. November and December will be months of celebration and happiness. That's what I have for Scorpio in 2025. Wishing you all an amazing year.